Yo, I am actually hiding from my bike. I do not want to see it right now because it's really starting to hurt my wallet, and I don't know how much more I can take of this, man. Yeah, they said that buying the ZX-10R was the easiest part, or was the hardest part. They say go ahead and buy it. The purchase price is the hardest part, but they're wrong, man. Like, come on, dog. Y'all set me up, man. Come on, man. Let me break this down to y'all real quick. Let me break it down to y'all. Look, man, I've even written this down on a piece of notebook. I've written it down for y'all guys, man. Look, check this out, man. They don't tell you about this kind of stuff right here, man. And there's a special tax. There's a special tax that nobody tells you about, bro. Nobody tells you about until you actually buy this thing. And I'm about to go over it with you. The first thing you got to understand, man, is the payments on this guy, man. Look at the payments. Now, I don't know where you at financially or where your credit score and all the other stuff is at, but I was able to get a good little rate. I put a lot of money down, and I was able to get $370 a month for my payments. All right, so I don't know where y'all at. That's something between you and your bank. I'm not a financial advisor, so yeah. Now, my insurance. I have tickets on my insurance, okay? I'm not a perfect driver. I do speed a little something. I have ran some red lights and this, that, and the third. So my insurance may be a little bit higher than yours. I'm paying $400 a month for mine, and that's through Geico. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where you at, but that's where I'm at, just to able to have the bike and ride it. Yeah. All right. Let's get into the fuel and wear and tear components on the bike. We got fuel. Now, you're riding a 1000. This is a liter bike. It does drink gas. It drinks a lot of it. And with certain liter bikes, you only can put 93 or higher, or 90 and higher, whatever octane. I think it's 90 and higher. I put 93. So that's premium every single time that I fill up, no matter what. No ifs, ands, or buts. Don't you dare put 87 into your bike. You're doing a disjustice to that bike, and I hope it craps out on you. But I'll take that back. But anyway, put 90 or 93. Now, depending on how you drive, how far you're going, this, that, and the third, this number's gonna vary. Now, I put 200 back just because that's just me. I go to a lot of events, a lot of shows. I ride my bike as much as I can. I really don't like taking the car. So if I could take the bike, I'm gonna take the bike. And then for regular maintenance, now these maintenance components are usually done in the off season, which it would be right now. We're in winter time right now, so now will be the time where I am going through all of these things right here and getting ready for the new season. So generally during the regular season, I'm putting about $200 back a month just for maintenance in the off season. Okay, so a lot of people skip out on this. Okay, please, man, don't skip out on the maintenance of your bike. This is what's gonna help you ride longer. Okay, a lot of people skip out on this, man, and you know, that's why your bikes are having all these problems and all this and that. Don't do that. Okay, put your little money to the side in the off season. Have all this stuff taken care of. Okay, but that's the fuel and wear and tear. All right. So now we're about to get into this special tax that nobody tells you. They don't really tell you this at the dealership because it's really not their job to. You know, this is something that you have to do the research on, because I hardly ever see somebody keep a bike fully stocked. When you purchase a bike, especially a brand new motorcycle, you're probably going to want to do some things to it. And that stuff costs a lot of money, okay? Especially for the labor. If you don't know how to do it yourself, that is a lot of money. Let's dive into it. We call this mod tax, okay? These are pretty much the things that you're gonna wanna do once you take this bike home. You're gonna wanna make it yours. So, you're probably gonna wanna put a new exhaust on there, because the factory exhaust is clunky and it doesn't sound good. You probably sound like a vacuum cleaner right now. So you're gonna probably wanna do that. You're probably gonna wanna take all those pesky restrictions off. Those restrictions really hold your bike back. Your bike runs faster, stronger, longer when you tune that ECU. So you're probably gonna wanna do that too. And then you're gonna probably wanna put new levers on there. You're probably gonna wanna put new mirrors and this, that, and the third. So you're gonna have to account for the mod tax. I put $3 grand. Now, this could vary because you might can get your exhaust cheap. You might can get your ECU flash for a good little price. Who knows? But you want to take an account of the mod tax, because that's a tax that when you're buying a new bike, you don't really think about that. Of course, you're going to think about the insurance, because you got to have that before you leave. And you're going to think about the payments, because, I mean, why even risk putting up your credit if you can't make the payments? But this mod tax is something that is rarely thought of. And I didn't think of it when I was sitting down talking to my salesman. Now it's hitting me. All right, it's hitting me because I see all these things that I want to do to my bike, and it's like, man, that's a lot of OT. That's a lot of overtime, you know what I mean? So you can't forget the mod tax, okay? That's one that you gotta have that in the back of your head when you're buying a brand new 2025 or 2026 Kawasaki ZX-10R, okay? You gotta have that in mind, all right? So we're gonna add all this up, and we're gonna see what we got at the end, all right? Let's add it up. In the grand finale, the grand total, and this is without the mod tax, because the mod tax is, I feel like that's a personal tax, because that's the tax that you're gonna put on the bike that makes it yours, that makes it unique. So it's gonna vary. We're not gonna include that. We're just gonna include the payments, the insurance, and the wear and tear and fuel consumption, which would be around $1,170 a month. And then you're gonna ask yourself, is it really worth it? Is having a 2025 ZX-10R really worth it? The answer to that is hell yeah, bro. Go get your bike, bro. If you ain't got it, go get your bike. If you do have it, congratulations, man. Enjoy it, man. It's a beautiful machine, man. Honestly, bro, the only reason I'm recording it here, man, is because the garage is full right now. We got a bunch of cars. We got cars in there. I got to do a brake job on the Malibu, so I'm getting that prepped up to do the brake job. Yeah, I just didn't have room. So, but I love my ZX-10R. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. She's the first new bike that I bought, so she's staying in the stable. Man, go get your bike, all right? And take account for these expenses, man. They will hurt your wallet, all right? Man, I appreciate y'all tuning in with your boy, man. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave a comment and let me know how much are y'all paying in in bike insurance. How much are y'all paying in bike insurance, man? Like, let me know. Am I paying too much? Is Geico ripping me off? I know insurance is a scam, or at least it feels like a scam, but let me know how much y'all paying. And yeah, man, let's chime in.